Hello there, bestie. Today we are talking about why women are the problem in society and how we can also be the solution. And it's crazy because people don't think this is an important thing. They probably see the title of this video and not take it seriously because they don't see how women affect them on a day to day basis. And even if they're a woman themselves, they don't see how other women can affect them in their day to day issues. Now, I'm going to start with the first thing, which is the most important thing, which is what you see on TV. I'm sorry, guys, if I had to do this like step by step and I can't do like a whole video yet, because I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube thing and I'm just starting out again. I mean, it's been a minute. Like the last time I uploaded was years ago, and I've deleted a lot of the videos I've created prior to that because I just didn't see it really doing much for people. So let me just redo everything and start with things that do matter and things that people can learn from, like this video. So, again, as I was saying, what you can see right now in social media is prevalent. Like, everybody's losing a lot of weight. Like, Ariana Grande, Heart Evangelista, they're like anorexic looking. I'm sorry, it's just my point of view. Like, they're just too underweight. It's like they're trying to bring back the 90s when everyone was so underweight. And then I was just a little chubby growing up, but I thought I was humongous because everybody was like, you should lose weight. And I was like in the right weight, right? Because they're trying to make it okay again to be like extra skinny. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to oppress women. They're trying to make us depressed because not everybody has resources to Ozempic. And all the artists right now on TV, they are all on Ozempic. It's not even like they have to be, right? They have to be on Ozempic. It's just a cultural thing that women have to be skinny. And do you ever ask why? Do you ever ask why do we have to go look on social media and on the internet and on the movies and look at everybody so skinny, which is unnatural because not all women are skinny. We have different body types. So I think the main reason for this is because they want to oppress women because we are so important to society. We are the child bearers. Imagine if like our society was different. If like every woman you'd have to marry to and able to have sex with, right? Most likely the men that we're going to marry are never going to cheat on us because they're going to have to marry whoever whoever they like they're going to have to divorce us and then marry someone else in order to have sex with them, right? And they're not willing to go through a whole like a problematic thing just to do that, right? So they just end up sticking with their families, with their wives. And society isn't like that right now because they've oppressed women so much. They've liberated women and told them that, well, you can just have sex with whoever you want and live your life, which is kind of a downside for women, actually. And why do we have to be as skinny as the people we see on TV or else we're not deemed attractive? Like, that doesn't make sense to me because we literally have access to fast food because not all the time we like cook for our families, right? We also have other things to do. We have bills to pay and we have our own plans. So when we go to the fast food, that thing makes us fat, right? And so like, and not everybody, like I said, not everybody has access to Ozempic or to the gym even, right? So it shows that women are so important in society. That's why we have to be oppressed. It really is. And the number two thing that I noticed, second thing I noticed is there's so much emphasis on equality right now. Like 50-50 is a thing. Like sugar babies are technically like lower because they're technically like prostitutes, which I find kind of weird because now there's no fine line between women who want to be provided for and sugar babies. Like to society is all deemed the same now. So men aren't supposed to provide because technically if they do provide, the woman is now called a sugar baby, right? So I think that's like that kind of there's like a fine line to that. There are women that want to create homes, right? That want to be a homemaker, that want to cook, clean, make sure their children are well fed, brought to school all nicely and clean, and like go to the PTC meetings, go to like the events in school and make sure that their children are properly taken care of. And then there's a husband that's supposed to be the breadwinner and provide the daily meals and the bills and everything else. And to me, that makes it 50-50, right? Because, like me as a single mom, I can't do everything. Like, honestly need to hire people to do things for me, which is just like something I wish I didn't have to do. It's because I don't have any other choice. But if I had like a husband that provides for me, then I would want to be a homemaker because I'd want to bring up my children properly, right? So that's the thing. So it doesn't mean that I want to be a sugar baby or I don't want to be independent. I'm already independent. Women who you date are already independent. They're not depending on anyone unless they have a sugar daddy that they're depending on, and then you're dating them because they want to look for someone better. That's a whole different ordeal, right? So that's the thing. That's another thing that society has a problem with at the moment that involves the women. And that's why we are the solution to the problem. Because if we do voice out like our boundaries, then the men will understand us better and will want to cater to us. And in turn, their lives become better too. Like, there's this saying back in the day that behind every man lies the woman that's wonderful or amazing or whatever, because their success is determined by the women beneath them, right? So it's the same thing. Nothing has ever really changed. Society has just gotten harder. It's harder to meet and make ends meet nowadays because everything is so expensive. But imagine if we have that kind of support system in families, how things would become better. So that's why I was saying if women are the problem, then we are the solution. And I've gotten into relationships, and the people that I've been with always say that I'm the issue. Of course they're going to say that. But then I am also the problem. Like, I'll give an example. I know for a fact that I've attracted shitty male partners in the past because I haven't grown to heal from my past traumas. And so I only attract the love that I think I deserve. So I attracted them. So that makes me the problem. I finally agree with them. You know what I mean? So if I had just attracted better people and I have healed, then I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. So that's just an example, right? And last but not the least, I just want to say that women who are doing very well in their jobs, in their careers and business, they would want to settle down eventually and have somebody like do it for them. They don't always want to be in career mode all the time. They say they do, but underneath it's like, of course they want to rest. Of course they want to retire. Of course they just want to sit home and look pretty and like take care of a guy. I mean, it doesn't go for everyone, but like in reality, we don't want a whole lot of work. We weren't made to be as strong as men physically. Like, you guys can carry a ton of weight compared to us. I mean, not all women, I was saying. There are some women that can carry more than other men, but energetically, there's more testosterone. Men have more testosterone. They were made to go out there and compete. And women were just kind of made to be on a supporting role. That's how we were made. And so eventually these women, if you want to give them, they'd want to be given a break. It's just that they can't find anybody who will do that for them. Like I said, why? Because it's so easy to find women who would sleep with any guy right now. Right. So like that's the main problem. And that's why I created this YouTube, because I want to say that if women were not that easy, society would be in a less chaotic state. So anyway, if you are into videos like these, do like and subscribe. You can email me. My email is here down below if there are any topics you'd want me to discuss. And again, this is my first video in a while. I am thinking of better background, an actual camera. I'm thinking of like creating a podcast as well, but this is sort of like the start of my series. And so I do hope you like it and subscribe. Cheers.